What's going on, beautiful people? JT here, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Go, and I get two questions a lot. The first one being, what shiny Pokemon do I have? And the second one being, what shiny Pokemon do I still need? So, I thought it would be fun to dive into my shiny Pokedex and show you what I have and what I still need to get. Plus, I saw Brandon Ton's video on it, and I thought this was a fantastic idea. So, let's dive into the shiny Dex and see what we got. And here is my shiny Dex. As you can see, I've caught 559 individual shinies, and I've seen 568. So I don't have every single shiny in the game, mostly because I refuse to actually trade for them. A lot of people have offered me some of the stuff that I don't have, but I kind of want to get it on my own, you know? It feels more impressive that way, at least to me. Like, I enjoy that more than just getting them all through trades. But anyways, let's dive into each individual region and see what we're missing. So for the Kanto region, we're doing really good, as you can see. Every one of them, all 151 shinies, have been registered to the Dex, but there's a small problem. In terms of actually having them all, I'm missing one, and that is this Kanto Farfetch'd. I have the Galarian version. I got a few of them, and that's the reason why this got unlocked, is because it's like a glitch in the system. If you have a shiny of a Pokemon that has a regional form, you'll actually see the shiny that you might not even have in the Dex. So, unfortunately, Kanto Farfetch'd is the last of the Kanto shinies that I need, and unless I go to Asia anytime soon, or there's a Safari Zone where this is showing up, might be a while, because I've done the raids for them when they were there for the Kanto Tour and for the Johto Tour's in-person Kanto event in Mexico, and I believe Taiwan as well. They had raids for them too, and luckily I got invited to them, but as of right now, this is the one thing I need to finish Gen 1, and hopefully we'll get it soon, because I'd like to say I have all 151 original shiny Pokemon, but till then, 150 is still pretty good. Moving on to the Johto region, we're also doing pretty good with this region. There's only two shinies that I need to register, and that is Remoraid, which I've actually seen in the gym, hence why I can see it, and then its Evolution Octillery, which I've never seen, but they're both really fantastic. So hopefully there will be a water event where they're showing up, or possibly a Safari Zone or something like that. Those are literally the last two I need. But in terms of a shiny living Dex, like having one of each currently in my possession, I also need to get one more Phanpy. I only managed to get one of them during the Johto tour, and then I evolved it into a Donphan because, I mean, I love shiny Donphan. It looks amazing. So, yeah. Other than that, we're doing really good with Johto. And also, if you were curious which shiny unknowns I have unknown B, E, F, G, L, O, S, T, U, and V. These are all my shiny unknowns currently. There's only a few more that are actually available. Unknown C was released for a specific event in specific cities, and I wasn't in any of those cities, so I couldn't do them. And then there's Unknown A, which is showing up in Seattle Go Fest, so hopefully I'll get it. And I also need to get R. That's another one I'm missing, and they're both for the Seattle Go Fest, so fingers crossed I get them both. And there's also Unknown I, which showed up during the Sevilla Safari Zone, but unfortunately I did not get lucky with that one. So I'm missing three, but only missing three out of the currently available shiny unknowns. I think that's pretty good. And now we're on to Gen 3, the Hoenn region, my personal favorite generation. Out of all of them, I think Gen 3 is the best, followed up by Gen 1. Those are my two favorites, to be honest with you, and they just have such great Pokemon. And as you can see, we have pretty much every single one of the shinies, except a pair here. We do not have shiny Shroomish, and we don't have shiny Breloom. I went really hard for them during that Worldwide Go Fest, but I just could not get my hands on them to save my life. But in the end of the day, it is what it is. Shroomish is showing up here and there. I've actually seen a few today, even. So hopefully we'll nab one of those, or maybe it could show up during a Go Fest or Safari Zone, so maybe I'll have increased odds with that. So hopefully that'll happen. But as you can see, we also don't have every single Gen 3 shiny available in the game yet, mostly due to the fact that they're probably waiting for the Hoenn Tour. So we're probably not going to see the shiny regionals, Relicanth, Torkoal, and Tropius, not until Hoenn Tour, and then there's other things like Gulpin, Swalot. We also have Cacnea and Cacturn. Probably going to save those, because again, as you can see, we've gotten through pretty much every single Gen 3 shiny, so they gotta hold on to some stuff for that event, so yeah, and including shiny Jirachi as well. Shiny Jirachi is also something that I would pretty much guarantee is going to come out during the Hoenn Tour, but yeah, all in all though, we're doing pretty solid with this generation. All we need is that Shroomish and its evolution, but also, I completely forgot until just now seeing it, when it comes down to the cast forms, I only really have the normal form. I don't have Sunny. It hasn't been released yet, but it's cool that it's in there so we can actually see them. And I don't have Rainy. This is the only other form that's been released. I've clicked on so many, just haven't been lucky with it. And then Snowy, I don't think I will ever get this, unless somehow I am abandoned in the middle of a snowy place, which is not going to happen here in Florida, so yeah. This will probably be one of the rarest shinies in the game possibly, outside of maybe that it's in researches or something like that, but hopefully we can nab this one soon, because the amount of times I've seen rainy cast farms for them not to shine, it's been ridiculously high. And now we're on to Gen Quattro, the Sinnoh region, and we're doing really good with it, especially now that we've had Starly Community Day that helped really fill out the top here, as you can see. But yeah, we've gotten all the starters from Community Day, the Starly as well, finished out the Bidoof line. Like, we've been pretty lucky. Plus, that research day for the Shieldon and Cranidos was very helpful for a lot of people, which was great. But yeah, so far, every single released Gen 4 Shiny I have, except for 3 of them. I've not even seen a Shiny Cherubi, so I can't even show you what that looks like. But I have seen a Shiny Cherrim. I really hope I get a Shiny Cherubi someday. They're super, super rare, so we'll see what happens. And also, I don't have Mime Jr. Shiny. I have gone very hard every single time I go to Europe, and also during that one event where they were in 7-kilometer eggs, but unfortunately, I have just not been lucky with that one. So other than those 3, I have literally everything else, and I don't expect them to release any new ones anytime soon. There might be a handful they do, but again, they've been doing like these, you know, Johto, Kanto tours, eventually Hoenn tour. More than likely they'll do a Sinnoh tour as well, so we might see like Finneon and Luminion or something like that. Maybe Chatot, but Chatot's also a regional, so I could see that being saved for raids in the future. So yeah, for right now, maybe 1 or 2 shiny Sinnoh Pokemon might get released, but till the Sinnoh tour, I think we're pretty much done with these ones. Before we move on to Gen 5, there's a website I really want to show you, and this isn't the sponsored segment of the video. It's just a really cool tool that I think you guys will really enjoy. So let's show you real quick. And that website is the Leak Duck website. There will be a link in the description box below if you want to check this out after the video. But as you can see, there's a lot of really good information on here, but as you can see, there's also a shiny Pokemon segment here, and if we click on it, it actually has every single shiny Pokemon that has ever been released in Pokemon Go. Almost. As you can see, they are currently missing the Party Hat, Charmeleon, and Charizard, but I'm sure they'll update that really soon. But yeah, there's literally every one of them here in here, including like the Balloon Pikachus that have only been released for specific events and stuff like that. So if you are missing any shinies and you don't know what to actually hunt for, just in case, like, say you are moving on to Gen 4 real quick and you really want to get your hands on a shiny Finneon, as you can see, it's not even on here. So it shows you what is currently in the game, so you don't waste your time on Pokemon that can't be shiny yet. Because I know a few people that are new to the game have said, man, I went to this nest and I couldn't find this shiny, just for me to sadly inform them that that shiny wasn't actually out yet. So if you were ever curious what is currently in the game, or maybe you want to just make a little bit of a checklist where you can say, like, I have every single one of these shinies, and save it so that you know what to hunt for and what you're looking for, the Leak Dog website is absolutely perfect for you. But now that we've quickly gone over that, let's move on to the shiny DEX. And here's my Gen 5 shinies. We have all the starters, obviously. We've completed the baseline stuff like Lillipup and Patrat, and I also have the shiny Pansear, but I don't currently have the Semi-Seer. I've seen it in a raid, but I've currently not evolved it yet, and I'm doing that on purpose. I'm purposely not evolving them just yet. But yeah, other than that, though, we've been pretty lucky. I am missing Sock, unfortunately. I've tried when I go to Europe when I click on them, but I have not been lucky with a purple one, and during that other Worldwide Go Fest, which I believe was 2021, didn't get lucky with him. In fact, I didn't get lucky with the throw until the Safari Zones that had him, so yeah, hopefully Sock will be a little better to us in the future. And I'm also missing Tirtuga, Archon, and their evolutions, though I have seen Archeops in a gem apparently, though I clearly didn't know it was shiny at the time. I was very surprised when I saw this in here. But other than that, I'm also missing the evolutions for Carablast and Shelmet. I only got one of each, and I don't want to evolve them just yet. Like, I could have these right now, but I kind of want to wait to complete the set before I evolve, so hopefully we'll get lucky and finish this lineup. But yeah, in total, we're doing good with Gen 5. We've got a lot of Gen 5, but there are a few of them that have evaded me, including a regional. I really hope this shows up during a Safari Zone like Throw did, because I just want this to be done, and I don't want to trade for it. And when I was in Europe and there wasn't an event going on, they're still kind of sparse, weirdly enough, so we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky, and also hopefully Archon and Tirtuga will have an event with a shiny boost or something, because the full odds that they did during their event was really rough on me. Another thing to note, though, is as you can see, there is a lot of empty spaces in this Dex, which means we're more than likely going to be getting a lot more shinies in this game through events that are later generations, because obviously Gen 1 and 2 are completely done. Gen 3 is looking like they're gonna have to be very sparse with it, and Gen 4 is getting very close to that, so Gen 5 and up are probably where we're gonna be seeing more of our shinies in these future events. And for Gen 6, 6, there hasn't been many shinies released, but luckily we have every single one of them. I only got one of the Binnacles during its initial release from a research, which was awesome, but then Worldwide Go Fest and Berlin Go Fest gave me just a ton of these things, so we were able to finish that lineup. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, there's not a lot here. Future events, definitely we're gonna get more of these things, and hopefully we will, because Gen 6 has some really good shinies in it. And Gen 7 is a similar story to Gen 6. As you can see, there's only 6 of them that have been released if we include evolutions, and technically 7 of them if you include other forms as well, because we do have the Rockruff here, and then its evolutions which have different forms, including the Dusk form, so technically 8, even though that's not even out yet. But yeah, I mean, it's a brand new region. It only just came out during the last season, so I'm not surprised we don't have a lot of shinies of this. But as you can see, again, with all these open spaces, there's still a lot of content that can be used in the future for future events and stuff like that. So they're definitely not running out of shinies by any means, but they're getting pretty close. And then lastly, for Galar, we only have the evolutions of the Galarian forms, but again, they are some amazing ones. We got the Berserker, Obstagoon, and of course the Sirfetch'd. Pretty down with them all. And then there's the unknown region, which has the Meltan and Melmetal, and that is everything. So yeah, as you can see, I have quite a few of them, but there are a few that have evaded me, and hopefully we'll get them sometime in the future, you know? Like, I'm definitely happy that I don't have every single one of them, because that means that there's something to grind for. And when it comes to my interest in the game, it really comes down to motivation. Like, if I had every single shiny, I don't know if I'd be that motivated to keep grinding like I do, so whenever I miss out on a shiny, I just kind of take it as a, well, we'll get it in the future, and it, you know, gives me a little bit of inspiration to keep going, you know? But now that we've gone over all of that, you now know all the shinies I currently possess and all the shinies that I still need to get my hands on. But let me know what you have in the comments down below, and also let me know what shinies you're missing that you really want to get your hands on. I'd love to know. And don't forget to smash that like button for me, show me some love, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you know when I upload. Links for Patreon and merch are in the description box below, but with that being said, this is the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one.